Das Hospital. See, I will not mention any names. I will just briefly on touch content. Information, the information we could gather from Ganesh is that this particular nurse is a very sincere, quiet, dedicated, hardworking, selfless, who always had put the patients before anything else. She had joined service in around 2012. She was working in Mairang Civil Hospital, and then she was transferred to Ganesh Das Hospital in the year 2015. She had joined, and in the course of COVID last year, she was very active. She was put in the COVID ward, and in the month of December, when she had informed that she was carrying, she was taken out of the COVID ward and was put on duty in the general duty wing of the hospital, and she was in the female medical surgical ward. Now, we have got the number of nurses who had applied leave and were granted leave from December 2020 to May 2021. In 2020 December, there were 20, and 20 who had applied were granted leave. January 2021, 7 and 7 were granted leave. February 2021, 14 and 14 were granted leave. March 2021, 15 were granted leave. April 2021, 12 and 12 were granted leave. And in May 2021, 17 had applied and 17 were allowed to go on leave. Now, these type of leaves, different are earned leave on medical ground, earned leave as leave earned, maternity leave, study leave, commuted leave, privilege leave, and other leaves due to medical conditions. So the total number of nurses who were granted leave altogether from December 2020 till May 2021 is 85. The particular nurse who had expired, and once again we express our heartfelt condolences to the family. Was attending duties, and she did her last night duty on the 18th, 19th and 20th May 2021. When she had completed her duty on 21st May morning, she left, and as she had done night duty, she was allowed night off and was supposed to join on 23rd May 2021. However, on 23rd May morning, she had informed the sister in charge of the ward that she was not feeling well in the morning, and later subsequently in the evening of 23rd May 2021, she was admitted in the hospital, and she was done RAT was done, and the report was negative. However, the symptoms that she was presenting with was on the side of COVID-19 infection. RT-PCR also was done, and she was found to be positive. I will not go into the details of the disease proper, but treatment was provided accordingly in the hospital, but unfortunately and sadly, she passed away on 30th May 2021 at about 4:56 p.m. On this count, I think in the last session that we met, I have expressed and I have stated that in the ward where this particular nurse was working, there is no one who came out to be positive, neither the patients nor the attendants nor the people working in that room. So in that time, at that point of time, it said that maybe she had mingled anywhere, maybe in the marketplace or anyway, and maybe she got that infection from the hospital outside to her home. There is no complaint as such from the family with regard to the leave application. Sister did not apply leave in writing to the authorities of DHS, who are supposed to process that leave. Perhaps seeing the condition of the other colleagues, seeing the condition in the hospital where there was a demand for manpower, she continued with her duty, and perhaps must have also conveyed verbally, but that has not been substantiated by any of the supervisors in the Ganesh Das hospital, that she would like to take leave, maybe she was not feeling well. That has been told to us by the family members, and they have said that this is not a complaint, it is nothing, but we feel bad and we feel sad that so many things have come out in the media where we have already told only one friend that this was the situation, and it came out in the social media. That added more to their anguish. But so simple kata-kata ini, bah kani kajingja kami ya social media kadang pin one show ya kani kajing kia mensil, but kajing kerpa dah kalian kajungi nak help kalau bah nomor kamdan kum kata kai ke bah jing keno ba napo hospital Khlem, that the hospital authorities, especially the matron, was cold-hearted. She never listened. That is completely wrong. And I want to say here, he nong tray he jongi hapo he hospital affair. Manta kila tray nadu just nam hadu manta. They are working now whole year, now nearly 1.5 years. They are exhausted. And if people who don't know the facts well start blabbering something which is untrue and make it sound as if that it is true, that is the unkindest cut of all for the health workers. But niong ni kani namar teng kajingnya batai dah ki brio ki bangtip ki persang ban batai ya ki badai hapo kajing penyat jong ki hospital. They try to intimidate also the head of the institutions, trying to show them in poor light. This is unwanted and unwarranted. If our health workers now, right from the doctors down the line. If this continues and they throw up their arms in disgust and kipini ya ka jing bang so tanat but ya ka jing no man se kani ka nang wanra shushu ya ki jing bang so tanat hadin na bo. So now I request all concerned to refrain making such charges without confirming first. If we have any shortcoming, if there is any lapses on our part, we will come out openly on that. There is nothing to hide. What is there to hide? There's nothing to hide. But if the charges are false, malicious, only to show our authorities in the hospital, our health workers in the hospital or in the PHCs or anywhere. Now we have the home management team, they're going to all the houses. We have the Ashas, we have the Anganwadis. If you show them in poor light, it is only us who are going to suffer. We have said many times that to follow the protocols strictly. If we follow this, there will be definitely a climb down of the cases. Ndai fini ki babon ki perkat ba uni corona udai uba shuthak uba shuthau mang kamdan ye kung kata kamdan ka shuthak kamdan ka shuthak yang ni ya tristom baru cisi met batlat ni ndai sang mangi nang ni nako directed keleng saudong adu cepo kinong kendong Ibre bijungi ki asa bijungi keleng ki man ki kilik pe lada kadai ko shuthok ni nyele you ni shongkai ni. If this is all false, why should we be doing all this work out here? So now there are people who are not from the medical background. They talk as if they know more by seeing and reading in the social media. They think they know more by seeing in the internet. But I will tell you this, a doctor, a nurse, a lab technician, a pharmacist, even the helper who has worked, they know better when to respond and how to respond. It is not a time to teach us. What is to be taught on COVID-19, there are many experts that we interact every now and then to get new ideas, to get new treatment regimes. We don't need non-medical people to come and tell us how to go about with our work. We fail, you point out, and we'll come out clearly on this. But these type of allegations, where leave was denied, where the matron was cold-hearted, had no sympathy, you have to understand that the authority of the hospital, the matron look after the nurses. They are their mother in the hospital. And you have to allow her to function as a matron. She is not to function there as some goody mother or auntie. She is to run the hospital, and you have seen how difficult it is to run the hospital like Ganesh does. Too much mud has been thrown at Ganesh Das. And people, on the pretext of one social post, have labeled the hospital, in fact have plastered the hospital with mud. Kani kam jabo, but what one ra ya kam jabo ha ki ting sumar ki dumi ha cakap ki sumar. Ladang ni bakla ngin ong ni bakla. Ladang ini ban ship action ini ngin ship action. Ladang ini ban pistom ngin pistom. Ndrai ladak wara ini jing harap ki ba shuthak ki harap ki beri nasurak hasurak kan mara ki jing ha kan ora ya ki jing susi kita ini kibriu hakeleng di hospital but private but government kiban ai kecing smart hakum kan ni kapor kecing mensal what ai bagan kecing mensal kan kelang tere daki wei kita ni trilang ni nyai trilang ni nyalong lang ka wei hapo kecing penyai kecing blade try kan rat kecing jong ubang ni tuai mit pat laksmi ken mau lem ya kini kinong tray jong ni kibaton hapo di hospital hapo PHC lek pin sai ba hapo tari ga jong ni ong kal air ga khoi ni so sarong ni kata lek hapo hospital pet kumno kinong pang jong ni kiak sa namta ko oxygen kiak sa namta ka air kam dei ka kam sai kani kali kam shisha nim nya dan por pani kran ni kini ki ki ba khat pat la dai dei kibriu kiba kwa ban ai jingmut ini kiba kwa ban ai ka advice ini ka biang ka papaka wan da kan ti ka dei umdei da ka bomdei. These are my notes only as a DHS, and this is my clarification on this.